What's a procedure?
Stay calm!
Hey, it's my first Band-Maid comeback. I just want to thank you guys for introducing me to this band, which has become, if not my favorite band, one of my favorite bands out there today. And, you know what? You guys don't want to hear me talk, right? Let's just hop right into the video. I will be pausing, I will be rewinding, I will be absorbing the greatness. So if you're not here for that... Oh, subs. Ah, we go. Oh my god. Okay, so, you know what? I'm gonna listen to it again because it was too much. I couldn't pick up on half of it.
Let's go, it's showtime.
I love the start with the vocals. Little harmony. This riff is insane. So, I don't even know how Konami wrote this because it doesn't even sound like the type of riff where without the rest of the instruments behind it, it would sound like an actual riff. Like, it sounds kind of messy and kind of chaotic and chaotic evil. Not even chaotic good, chaotic evil, man. I feel like there's just like a scary-ass clown coming up from behind me trying to stab me while this thing is playing. Hearing the tail end of the riff with the bass and the drums just going ham the whole time, I mean... If anybody was ever wondering if they had, like, a formula, you know what I mean? Like, something that, like, oh, am I ever going to get bored by the Band-Maid formula? The answer is no, based off of this intro riff alone, because I've never heard them write a riff like this before. Oh, the end part is so cool. The end part is so cool. Again, I just gotta throw this out there, man. Akani's going ham. Just totally ham. Just, I have a feeling this is gonna be her song. A lot of English. Yeah, that's right. I stopped it on the drop. I'm sorry, but I gotta talk about that too, man. This whole song sounds totally different than anything I've heard from them.
Wait a minute!
The one thing that sounds the same is Psyche's vocals, which we don't want to change because they are perfect as they are. Alright, so let's back up a little bit so that we can get this full drop experience. Wow! Oh my god! What the fuck? Maybe the coolest chorus I've heard them create ever. I don't even think it's over yet. Oh, good lord. I'd have to sit here for like an hour. Literally, like breaking down every 2 seconds. Because the amount of changes that are going on here, the amount of little riffs that are going on in the background, and it's not just Konami this time either. Okay, Jesus Christ. Alright, I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna listen to that chorus again. Like I said, man, Akane's song, like, they're all going crazy, but Akane has just not let up at all. This beat that's going on in this chorus is twice the speed that I expected it to be, and then when it jumps into the halftime here on the second part of the chorus, I didn't expect that either, just because I was so thrown off by how fast the first part was. It sounds so fast and heavy. Dude, you gotta go back, you gotta listen to what Konami's doing right here at the tail end. It's kind of hard to hear, but she's doing slides, single note slides, and I've said this before, she doesn't need to be doing this. It's the type of thing that most people are not going to notice, especially since her guitar playing the lead is quieter than the rest of the song. But when you pick up on it, you realize, like, holy shit, dude, she does not take a break. Like, she's just going overtime the whole time. And then the transition riff back to this crazy ass riff. Oh my god, always just hitting those harmonies like it's nothing. Oh my god, I can't get over this chorus, man. I can't get over Akane's drumming in general. Okay, so 3-part bridge, as expected, because I expect nothing less than them. Let's go back to the beginning of it. Alright, it's coming up here, right? Alright, so this part, all palm mutes, right? Not all, but mostly. It's like a palm muted part. This is just the build-up, you know what I mean? It's like a pre-chorus going into a chorus. And then here's where you would expect the drop, but of course they're Band-Maid, they're more creative than that, so they're not just going to do that. Here we just get the rock and roll riff. Like, this is where the real rock and roll aspect of Band-Maid comes into play. This riff right here. You know, just the way that she plays is so rock and roll inspired, you know what I mean? Like, I'm talking about, like, you know, Guns N' Roses, Led Zeppelin, Rolling Stones sort of rock and roll. Like, she loves her bends, she loves her slides. She's good enough that she could do anything, but you can tell just from the way that she plays what kind of music is, like, truly in her heart. And she's a rock fan. She's a rock girl, man. You can feel it. Little breaks in between those notes, too. She's got so much control over her guitar. Oh! Akane! What is she doing, man? Oh! Oh, God. Oh, God, Jesus Christ. Revolver Records. Did I know that? I don't want to be hyperbolic. I'm gonna try to you know, not use recency bias here when I talk about this song. But I think that it doesn't even matter, because at the end of the day, I thought that was just unbelievable. That was such a well-written song. I mean, there could have been, you know, if I was going to ask for anything to be added to the song, it might be like a solo in the middle of that bridge part, but I gotta be honest, it didn't need it, because the lead guitar riff that she played, that very rock and roll one, was strong enough of a riff that you didn't really need a solo there. You could use that in place of it, which is what they did. Plus, I also kind of expect them to throw a solo in there when they play it live, just because they seem to do that sometimes. That main riff that came in the beginning, middle, and end, that thing is nuts. It's just, it sounds like just like a conglomeration of sounds I never would have thought to put together. You know, almost like completely unstructured, but when put together, you realize, oh my god, this is like actually perfectly balanced. There's no way that I would write that riff. There's just no way. I wish that I could claim that I was capable of doing that, but it was too weird for me to assume that you can make that into a song, and goddamn did they do that. But that chorus is what took the cake for me. That chorus, the speed in which Akane comes in for the first half of that, before cutting into the halftime on the second half, it's like you get so thrown off by how much she's doing. Like, you hear just, it's like a war, you know what I mean? Like a battle going on behind you. You hear all these drum sounds throughout the entire course of it. And then when it cuts into the halftime, it feels so much more satisfying, because the catchiness aspect of the second half of that chorus hits so much harder because of how fast the first half of that chorus was. Dude, I'm like giddy over here. Like, that song was a banger. I cannot wait to hear the whole album. And just so you guys know, if you are interested, I am going to record the entire full album reaction over on my Patreon, and I'll probably do what I did with BTS this past time and like kind of release the songs slowly over the days afterwards for the people that are not interested in joining the Patreon. Anyway, yeah, banger, 10 out of 10. I got no bad things to say. Anyway, I'm out of here. Peace, guys.